We're talking all things National League with Commissioner John Abdou. We get you ready for Team USA's visit to Texas and more Valentine's Day talk. The counterattack next. Hi everyone, Greg Mescall here. Thanks for joining us on The Counterattack. We start things off with a big event coming to Lewisville, Texas next week. Starting February 16th, the USA women and 5 other nations will be involved in the FINA Women's Intercontinental Tournament. We'll have live coverage of every game right here on USA Water Polo TV, and we'll be doing The Counterattack live from Texas next week on February 17th, so make sure you check it out right here on USA Water Polo TV. It's a big event for Team USA, not only because they want to have a good standing for the FINA World League Super Final, but because it's their final tune-up before Olympic qualification coming up this March in the Netherlands. That's right, Team USA has not qualified yet for Rio. Despite everything they've won, they still have to punch a ticket to the biggest event this summer, the Olympic Games. One of the athletes trying to join Team USA, goalkeeper Sami Hill. Here's a small piece of a full feature we have on USA Water Polo TV about Sami's water polo world.
Sami Hill, one of Team USA's goalkeepers, thrives under the immense pressure of being the last line of defense, going against opponents one-on-one.
It's just fun to block people. Like, it's kind of my way of saying, like, you know, like, I'm beating you because I'm blocking you. And I just thought it was different. Since it's kind of like you're an individual on a team. Being scored on, it's not, you have to get the ball out of the cage. It's kind of like, oh man, like everyone's looking at me, I got scored on. So I think the mental side of being a goalie is huge for your success as a goalie, and I think that might be the toughest part.
Good stuff there on Sami Hill. Team USA again competing next week in Texas. If you're in the Lewisville, Texas area, which is just north of Dallas, great deal on admission. Visit usawaterpolo.org to get all the details, but tickets for only $5. And if you have a Lewisville school ID, you can get in free throughout the week leading up to the weekend. Visit usawaterpolo.org for more information. Now we turn to another event coming end of February, the USA Water Polo College Alumni Tournament. It's headed to Florida, and a great chance for you and your old college teammates to get back into the water. Registration open right now at usawaterpolo.org. Don't miss your chance to go to Florida and play some water polo. It sounds like a great weekend. Sign up now. All right, now we're going to change gears, talk USA Water Polo National League, and we have the pleasure of being joined by the USA Water Polo High Performance Director, John Abdou, and one of John's tasks is also being the Commissioner of the National League, which is now in year 2. John, a bit of a different look this year, more teams, some new clubs, some new athletes, lots of excitement about the National League. What are you excited about?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for year 2. I think year 1 was really exciting for us just to get it off the ground, get it started. This is a reformatting of what was formerly known as the Premier League about a decade ago. So bringing this back and trying to get elite domestic competition for our men again here was really exciting. Year 2, we've gotten a little bit bigger, casting a broader net. So I'm really excited about that. Yeah.
More USA teams, as we've told you in the past, during the counterattack. Some new club teams, Republico, one of those involved, and also athletes that haven't gotten the chance to play in the National League before. We're helped by the fact the Olympics are on the way, so more of Team USA is back home. They can take part with either the USA teams or their club teams. When you look at those new additions, who are some folks, some teams that kind of jump out at you?
Yeah, well, a few things happened with the league, right? So last year there were 3 USA teams that participated. This year there will be 4 USA teams participating. So that means more college players involved. So more of the athletes from the NCAA will be represented in the National League. On an Olympic year specifically, you have some of our players like Tony Azevedo who will be around playing domestically as they prepare for Rio this summer. So I think all those things combined are going to be really exciting for the league this year.
And lastly, is there anything else? You get a lot of the questions about the National League. Any other things that are important for fans, USA Water Polo members, people that are interested in the league to know about it?
No, I think for us, this is just a great opportunity for all athletes, coaches, referees to come see some of our best compete at the highest level that we can possibly put together. So I think for anybody who's watching out there, if they have a chance to come see us, all the games for weeks 1 through 3 are free for admission. So we've made it accessible for everybody to come watch and participate and be there. There'll be a nominal fee for the championship, and hopefully everybody can be there in Northern California. And we will live stream the championship as well. So I think for everybody out there, the more that we can get behind a project like this, this and the more we can rally as a community and turn these into events for professional development opportunities for athletes, coaches, and referees, then I think the better off the league will be in the long run.
John Abdou, High Performance Director and Commissioner, thanks for the time. And now let's take a look. We showed you a little bit of the schedule. Let's just kind of repeat here where the National League will be heading, and also those 8 teams that will be involved. National League action gets going February 20th at Segerstrom High School in Santa Ana. So while the National League will include some of the best men's college water polo players, women's college water polo is underway right now. Here's some scores from this past weekend, some of the best in the top 25 in action and playing well, as you might expect. This is all still non-conference play as we wait to get into the heart of the conference season. We'll update you throughout the year with how all the best teams are doing in women's college water polo. As we told you in the open, Valentine's Day is coming up. In fact, it's this weekend. You only have a couple of days left. If you haven't gotten a gift for that special someone, keep in mind, don't get these. These are not real flowers. You're going to want to buy the real thing, so avoid these. Speaking of the real thing, we talked to a couple of genuine heartthrobs from the USA men's national team, and they told us about those little heart-shaped candies you get. Well, what if you could design your own to describe you? Take it away, guys.
So I chose XOXO because that's what Valentine's Day is all about.
I found one that said hugs and pugs, just because the pugs are the cutest thing, and who doesn't like a good hug?
Well, we went through a couple of the heart-shaped candies and I found Let's Kiss, so I'm a romantic, so that's definitely that one.
So I don't know if you can get those heart-shaped candies this time around for Valentine's Day. We appreciate the guys being a good sport about it all, and you'll see more of them coming up this week as we gear up for Valentine's Day here at USA Water Polo TV. Now we turn our attention to our social media send-off, the best of water polo on the internet, specifically social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all the rest. Don't forget, use the hashtag counterattack and tag us at USAWP. We start things off first. A couple of you brought to our attention this water polo themed episode of American Dad. This is a adult cartoon that airs on TBS, and this was an interesting take on water polo. If you watched the episode, you know what went on. We have a couple of reminders for you. A, you cannot play water polo with a fish in your suit. And B, as cool as he is, Metallica's James Hetfield is not really a water polo coach, although we encourage him to become a member. Take a look at a quick glimpse of this episode of American Dad.
Like this? Here, watch me. Like this. Dude, what is wrong with you? I don't understand what I'm supposed to do!
That was as exciting as singing in front of 70,000 people at Giant Stadium, I would imagine. Tell you what, you keep the winds going, I'm taking you all to raging waters. And everyone can bring a friend. Yes! I'm bringing David!
And now from the animated to the real life, Sami Hill, new to Twitter at Sami Hill USA, and one of her first tweets, freezing before practice, sub 40. That's tough pool weather, but that's what Team USA does to get ready for the Olympic Games. Thanks to Sami for sharing that. After that, her teammate, Captain Maggie Steffens, took part in an Associated Press sports chat with some greats in the game, the likes of Olympic basketball player Sue Bird, and she shared some of her thoughts there via that chat. Along with her Olympian gymnast Samantha Pezic, we asked her, hey, if you want to be involved in water polo, we are the perfect people to help you out. She is a little skitterish, needs some help in the water. We can help her out if she ever decides to give up the pommel horse for the pool. After that, Team USA national team assistant coach Jack Coker just sharing some helpful tips. Whether you play water polo or any team sport, these apply. Good stuff here from Jack. Now to Instagram, Alex Bowen. He's not Dracula, but he is in Transylvania for the Romania Cup, where it is quite snowy. Good job there, Alex. Hopefully you stayed warm and did well in your water polo competition. And from there, NBC Olympics, all about Water Polo Wednesday. Our hashtag is really taking off when the folks at NBC are on board. Thanks for sharing that status. And hard to believe we just passed the 6-month mark until the Rio Games. Olympics will be here before you know. You can watch all the action from Rio on NBC and their family of networks. And again, we want to thank you for sharing the best of what you're doing on social media. We'll have a brand new social media send-off next week live from Texas. Use the hashtag counterattack. Also for next week's event in Texas, we're using the hashtag FINA Texas. Very creative, we know. We want to see the best of what you have, and we'll share it right here on the program. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, when you're on the counterattack, look weak side.